Hello there friends and welcome back to another episode of Top 5s, a program here on Cubcam TV in which we explore the best selections from a number of different UK artists, be them instrumentals or vocals. So far we've only done instrumentals, however, because I feel there is such a wide pool of artists for us to explore without us actually having to get into any vocals yet. Before we kick off, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone supporting the channel. We are continuously growing, the numbers are going up, the view counts are rising, and the subscribers are also on the way up as well. So I wanted to say thank you and big up for supporting the channel so far. If you're a new viewer, please do hit that subscribe button and put a like on the video. Makes a huge difference to the channel overall. Now for the third edition of this Top 5 series, I wanted to dive into an artist that may not have been suggested as much, but for me is a foundational producer within grime. An original pioneer whose sound and instrumentation has influenced countless producers, from the warlike horse sounds to the punchy yet choppy drum structures that feature throughout his prominent discography. Although his name may not be as potent as it should be in today's grime scene, this list is one we couldn't leave off the channel as it continues to grow. With that, let's get into the next edition of our Top 5 series with the legend himself, DaVinChe. Number 5, Clones. We begin today's journey into DaVinChe's history by looking firstly at his most recent placement on this list with Clones. Following on from an incredible early history in grime, taking production credits on some of the biggest tracks of the time, it was understandable that fans of the genre were going to be excited to see his return when the DaVinChe instrumental project was announced in 2016. The project itself is definitely not his best body of work, but Clones is a track that certainly stands out. The rapid-fire horn structures and consistently shifting drum rhythms bridge the gap between the old and the new styles of grime. It's due to that this one sits at number 5 on our list. Number 4, Rider. In fourth place, we dive into an unusual addition to this top 5 list as we examine Rider, an instrumental that realistically is known as much for its vocal version as its killer instrumental cut. With the original track being released in 2009 with a timeless vocal from Getz, JME, Kido and Stilo, it's actually quite easy to lose the genius of the instrumental, but a lot of the success of the project has to go down to DaVinChe. The grisly bass synthesizers warbling away below uplifting string melodies, catchy vocal chops and subtle alarm textures layered throughout to provide the perfect bass from which the MCs are able to work with. It's just classic DaVinChe. The instrumental was also featured as the introductory track to Wiley's classic See Clear Now project, aka the Rider Freestyle. Number 3, Jenny Remix. Next up on our list, we're going to be getting into the Jenny remix, a track that defines how good chopping up a sample can be within grime, which is of course an incredibly important aspect of grime to this day. Using a combination of cheeky, enticing woodwind samples and jingling drum loops alongside emphatic horn stabs, this tune gives us a real look into DaVinChe's style. Whilst the majority of the scene was diving into square wave and sine wave pulses, DaVinChe really was leading the way with this at the time. He brought a completely original approach, and this remix is one of the tracks that definitely defines that. Number 2, Eyes on You. As far as grime instrumentals go, it's been pretty well established in this video how highly I regard DaVinChe's creations. This track is one of the reasons why. Eyes on You is just classic grime. From the alarm-like synths to the syncopated horn stabs and minimal drum structure, everything about this breathes energy, with this one being a favourite for grime MCs over the years. As one of the most notable features on the infamous Dirty Canvas CD, it was a very close toss-up between this one and another track for first place. However, this gets my ultimate seal of approval and will still be played on my sets to this day. Before we move into the final addition on this list, I do want to point out again that this is my personal top 5 favourite DaVinChe tunes. I would love to hear of any contrasting opinions in the comments below, so please do let us know how you're feeling about this top 5 list. But for now, let's move into the number 1, the winner of this selection, with Mega Drive. For me, Mega Drive is the ultimate grime instrumental. Another feature on DaVinChe's untouchable 2005 Dirty Canvas project, this instrumental to me is everything that grime is all about. The raucous horn stabs, the constantly evolving drum patterns, and the occasional synth inputs as well. It's so nostalgic and still so relevant, being both an instrumental loved by MCs for its rhythmic properties and by DJs still to this day for its choppability factor. Having remixed this track myself for a Beat Boss Clash tournament, it holds a special place in my heart and will never fail to liven up a dance, a set, a clash, or anything in between. And there we go. That is my official top 5 list of DaVinChe instrumentals. I do hope you enjoyed the video and have been enjoying these top 5 episodes. It's definitely something I'm going to carry on doing because I really like doing the research. I really like going behind the scenes as well and finding out more about these tracks that I enjoy, but didn't necessarily know that much about to begin with. If you are enjoying the series, please do make sure you leave a like on the video as well as subscribing to the channel. These are going to be dropping every 2 weeks or so, possibly a little bit longer apart, but we're going to try and keep them as regular as possible. That's all for now. See you later, guys. Goodbye.